There may be an AFC pass rusher available here in the upcoming trade deadline, and it is someone that maybe some Bucs fans might be familiar with. Shout out Sleeper, by the way, more on them a little bit later on in this video. So, per Connor Hughes, who is a reporter for the New York Jets, Jets defensive end Jermaine Johnson has been the subject of trade inquiries from several other teams looking for pass rusher help. However, one of the teams that called told Hughes that the Jets are asking for a lot to part with Johnson. Now, it is important to note that Jermaine Johnson's fifth-year option was picked up, so he's not under contract just throughout the rest of this season, but also next season as well. He'd be making $13 million next season on that fifth-year option because he is a former first-round pick. Now let's go ahead and take a look at Jermaine Johnson, the player, okay? Now I know I said that, hey, some Bucs fans might be familiar with him. That's because he formerly played at Florida State. He is a former Florida State Seminole. He was a first-round draft pick in the 2022 NFL draft. So there will be some Bucs fans that are very familiar with his game. And just taking a look at the NFL level in terms of what he has been able to do. Well, far and away his best season was in 2023. He had 7.5 sacks that year. He made the Pro Bowl, 16 quarterback hits, and overall did a really, really solid job. Still very young, by the way, as well. At only 26 years old, will be 27 by the end of this season. So Jermaine Johnson, is a guy who really did some good stuff in 23, made the Pro Bowl, started every game. Then after that, well, it's been some injury issues. In 2024, he only played and started in 2 games. 2025 only played and started in 3 games so far up to this point. I don't believe he played in the matchup against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, okay? But we do see the potential in Johnson whenever he is fully healthy at that next level, right? Whenever he is under, full health and playing a full season, he is a very productive pass rusher and can get the job done. Now, I'm also interested to see how he looks on the PFF numbers this year. Overall, again, that best year was 2023 by far. There may be some conversations of like, oh, hey, can Jermaine Johnson play in a 3-4 style of defense? Well, he's already lining up as an outside linebacker, so I think that he could get that job done in a 3-4 defense as well, if applicable. But overall, the pass rushing grades have been fine, all things considered. Tackling leaves a little bit to be desired. Run defense is fine. 2024 was not a good year for him. Again, just hurt and only playing in a few games, or a couple games, really, so not great. But overall, Johnson looks like a fine rotational piece, right? And whenever we're talking about guys that the Buccaneers should potentially trade for, there is a split. Yes, they could go out and trade for a starting caliber piece, and trust me, we still have a few guys that we can talk about in regards to that, but it also wouldn't be a bad idea just to get a different third pass rusher, because right now, we're not getting basically anything from Chris Braswell and Anthony Nelson in terms of rotational pass rusher guys. They are missing a very key element of that. So Jermaine Johnson, I think, could fit that role of a third pass rusher in this defense pretty darn well. But again, whenever we take a look back at it, and they're asking for a lot per the report, what does that mean? Does that mean a second-round pick? Does that mean a third-round pick? If so, then there's no conversation there, in my opinion. Now, if the Jets are only asking for a fifth-rounder, that's something to heavily consider, in my opinion. That's probably the highest I would go. I probably wouldn't go higher than a fifth-rounder, a fourth, a third, a second, a first. Nah, not really something that I would necessarily, unless you're, getting a pick back. If you're getting Jermaine Johnson in a sixth for a fourth, maybe I would consider it. But for a, straight up fourth for Jermaine Johnson, nah, I don't necessarily think that is something I would want to see the Buccaneers do, nor do I think they would do it either. But this is still an intriguing option. This is one of the guys that we've seen where it's like, hey, teams have made inquiries. Are the Bucs one of those teams? I don't know. I do not know. I'm going to be very curious to see if they are looking for pass rush help. I still have plenty of names that we're going to be talking about as the days progress here. I think I have one more video talking about a trade target a little bit later today as well, so we shall see. One more thing, guys, shout out to Sleeper, the proud sponsor of this channel, folks. If you guys do use the code MrBucs, you will get a $100 deposit match up to $100, 100% match up to $100, I should say, when you use the code MrBucs. Also, guys, you get $20 just for signing up. It's free $20. You get free money. Simple as that. Go make sure you download the Sleeper app today and enjoy football the way it was meant to be. That is together. Now, folks, what do you think about a potential Jermaine Johnson trade? Do you want to see it happen? Do you not want to see it happen? Let me know your thoughts and opinions. I'd love to hear about it down in the comments section below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed. And as always, I'll see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now, and go Bucs.